Thanks so much, Nia. Thanks, Brian, and to all the candidates for this opportunity tonight. It's great to be part of this forum. Special Olympics New York works with 67,000 athletes across the state, half of which are in the New York City area. Our athletes are children and youth and adults with intellectual disabilities, and we give them the opportunity to play sports both in and out of school, and we advocate for inclusion. Our fastest growing program is our Unified Champion Schools program, where we pair athletes, our athletes, people with disabilities, with students who don't have a disability, and they play together on the same sports team, just like any other varsity team. The benefits of these programs for people with disabilities is obvious, they're included, but the benefits for the students without disabilities are as incredible. They get the opportunity to participate in more sports programs, they gain confidence, they learn tolerance and acceptance and the value of inclusion at a young age. We know our programs work and we know they change lives. While we have over 250 Unified Champion schools across the state, only a handful of these are in New York City. So we have a lot of work to do. So my question is, what experience do you have advancing inclusion for youth with intellectual disabilities? And if elected, how will you champion this population to ensure they are included in extracurricular activities in the New York City school system? Thank you.
So, I mean, one of the things I think that we have learned is that we are starting to see barrier-free schools across our system. We have made real investments to make that happen. We need to ensure that the programs are there to match it. So now that we've opened the doors, do we have the sports programs in place? And that is about investment. It's sort of like we've built the building and now we need to make sure we've got the maintenance in place so that we can really leverage it. And we know that sports is so important, not only for kids' socio-emotional development and their general physical health, but also for the building of their character.
Stacey, I just wanted to say how much I love your work. I have a son who's autistic, who's in a special needs school. And I have to tell you, when he was younger, watching him run was like a source of fear for me, because he would often, frankly, trip and fall. And so when he was running, like, I would be very concerned if he was running on pavement versus grass. I also could not agree more that being able to conduct extracurricular activities with different sorts of kids is a win for everyone. Like, one of the problems I think we have is that we put people into various competitive sports environments and they forgot just the thrill of play. And I think that playing side by side with kids like my son would be incredibly positive for everyone involved. So if I am fortunate enough to be the next mayor, like, I would love to invest in your organization's work and work like it.
Part of it is about resourcing athletics, but it is also about inclusion and inclusion programs. And that goes to everything from finding more opportunities to mainstream, which we don't do very often. When I co-chaired the Students with Disability, the School Diversity Advisory Group with others, one of the things we looked at as a measure of things we needed to do around integration included students with disabilities and being explicit about that, but also making sure that students with disabilities had access to facilities of the Department of Education. And to your point, yes, we must invest in those types of programs. And I really appreciate you raising that one, because that one didn't come up explicitly in our People's Assembly, and we will now include it moving forward.
I have an 8-year-old that is on the spectrum. So if elected, you would definitely have a friend in City Hall. When my son was 3, they said he would be in special education and would not go on to live a normal life. And I've worked with him and worked with a number of organizations in order to just ensure that not just that my son has the resources that he needs, but also to work with other parents so they can feel empowered to help their children through whatever difficult circumstances that they may have. And now my son is a bubbling 8-year-old in an integrated classroom, doing extremely well. And he is someone that physically you can't see that he has a disability, but he works incredibly hard to fit in. So as I said, you would definitely have a friend in City Hall.